Hello viewers, how are you? Moses here. So just to give you a little story about my experience. Yesterday I visited the embassy, the US embassy, and I was going for my visa interview appointment. It took only 3 weeks to get this interview appointment, and I was excited. Of course, I was traveling on a business conference somewhere in April next year to May. It was a 1-month conference, and I got an invite as a mastermind. Working with masterminding, and so every relevant individuals did write letters of support, masterminding, my partner in the US, collaborative change, and of course my president in the US, Global Foundation for Climate Change president in the US. So this is my experience. Yesterday morning, my appointment was at 9:45 a.m. I woke up at 5:30.
Yes, sir.
I prepared myself for the interview, and I reached it around 8 a.m. in the morning. So a lot of checks. Of course, I'm not scared about the checks because I do travel. I go to the airport, and the checks are almost the same. But then more worrying is there is another security check where your phone cannot be on. You have to put it off, and you have to put everything. You have to remove your belt and every other metallic thing. You have to remove your shoes at some point. And so while I was talking to my driver in the morning, I felt like I was overdressed. Like I had my suit, and I'm like, "Oh, do you think I'm so overdressed?" And he kind of laughed. But he said, "You're a confident man. Just go." It was my first time applying for the visa, and I thought I was going to nail this. So I was happy the entire time. There was a waiting lounge, waiting bay. I had a lot of friends. I make a lot of friends so easily and so fast. So we started talking and laughing and cracking jokes. I was telling them, guys, if I don't get this visa, if I get denied, I won't even feel it because I have a lot of other things that are happening in my life right now in Kenya. And so going to the US is not a must, but let's give it a shot. And all of them also, had similar opinion. But then what was more worrying is some guys that were visiting also for business, they didn't carry a lot of documentation. Not a lot of documentation. But I was advised to carry a lot of documentation, including my academic credentials, my family ties, my bank statements. So the first thing that I was asked is, "Hi gentlemen, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine, how are you?" "Can I have your passport, please?" And then I handed over my passport. And then he asked me, "So what's taking you to the US? Why are you traveling to the US?" And I said, "I'm attending a conference, a business conference at Idaho, somewhere next year, April." "Okay. Collaborative for Change. Do you work with them?" I said, "Yes. I am the Kenyan Country Project Coordinator for Collaborative Change. And aside of that, I'm also a founder of Global Foundation for Climate Change Africa, non-profit organization working with smallholder farmers in Kenya, stuff like that." And then he asked her, "How many employees do you have?" I said, "We have 10 volunteers." "Okay, so what's your salary range? How much do you earn from your current job?" I estimated, I said it's somewhere between 300 to 350K monthly. And then he said, "Okay." He also asked me if I have ties back home, if I'm married. And I said, "Yes, I'm married. I have kids." And then he asked me one important question that probably changed the whole narrative. "Have you traveled internationally? Have you traveled outside the country?" Being that my visa hasn't been stamped, well, I've traveled outside Kenya before, but in neighboring countries, and I did not use my passport. So I thought being honest is good. I said, "No, I haven't. This is my first travel." And he said, "Okay." He did not proceed to ask me any questions. And I was handed a pink paper. So I was a little sad, but not so sad. I came back home. I slept. I learned my lessons. and I'm coming back for it again in January, and I'm gonna get it because I did not provide supporting documentations while I was filling in the DS-160. I failed to put in the letter for the invite letter from the conference venue. I failed to put the supporting documents from my sponsor, and yeah, so you have to be very keen, but it's a very good experience. Happy to share this news, happy to share this information. Maybe it can help someone. See you later.